welcome back to Mideast in Depth. Nick Danforth opines in the Washington Post that it's tempting to explain the seemingly endless Middle East strife in sectarian terms. He states, by this telling, Sunnis and Shiites have been locked in a vicious, intractable conflict since the 7th century when a disagreement broke out over who should succeed Muhammad. Perhaps the biggest problem with this historical narrative is that it ignores everything that happened between 680 and, say, 1980. Sunni-Shiite warfare is rarely referenced in this crucial 13th century-long period. He expands, in time, doctrines and counter-doctrines were increasingly codified by Sunni and Shiite theologians. But even today, these identities are seldom the all-consuming markers of political allegiance that extremists on both sides would have us believe. He gives examples. In the 1980s, many Shiites fought loyally for Saddam Hussein against Shiite Iran. Likewise, in Syria, many Sunni businessmen initially supported the Shiite Alawite Assad regime, to which they owed much of their wealth. He explains, the point of this history is not that a present-day eruption of sectarian warfare is impossible. It really is a possibility, not because of anything that happened 1,000 years ago, but rather because of how people today explain what happened 1,000 years ago. He continues, rather than framing their struggle in political terms, sectarian groups like the Islamic State are framing it in purely religious language. Religiously motivated anti-Assad rebels, for example, denounce the president's supporters not as advocates of a despotic, violent regime, but as Shiite infidels. He concludes, over the past decade, extremists have dedicated themselves to reducing the region's complex identities to a simple Sunni versus Shiite divide. It's an invented history. But unfortunately, in these efforts, success tends to breed success, and sectarian narratives quickly become self-fulfilling. For more updates, please visit lemont.tv. And subscribe to Mideast in Depth on iTunes. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.